Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ben, obviously your favorite bearded tactical asshole. Just want to talk to you guys real quick about firearms and get into this one really quick with tac tips number 2. And thanks for coming back to the channel. So I saw something the other day about somebody talking about their bolt carrier group and making sure that it was still functional after a lot of rounds. And I was sitting there going, okay, so all right, they're talking about all the things that they're doing. And it made me realize that not everybody knows how to do the gas ring test for their bolt carrier group. And it's just a simple, cheap way to know if your gas rings need replacing. Now, guys, your gas rings are essentially motor oil for your car. It's cheap insurance that your gun will run. They're not expensive. They're probably less than $1 a piece. You get the three piece, the three single rings, or the one, like the triple ring, whatever design you guys want, and they're probably $5 for a 3-pack, something like that. Have them on hand, have them in your parts kit. They don't go out very often, but when they do, it does kind of suck because it shuts down the gun. Now, back in the day when I first started, people would say, oh, if the gas ring, if the holes line up, the gun chokes and it never works. Those are the people that were saying you can't change bolts between different guns, bolt carrier groups only fit one gun. I don't know what people were smoking back then. It's ridiculous. Let me go ahead and get into this here. So what I'm going to do here is show you the easy way to go ahead and test whether or not your bolt carrier group and your gas rings are good to go. So the first thing we're going to do is take down the bolt carrier group. Oh, what is this? There you go. All right, so take that down, firing pin, pop that cam pin out. Good to go. And pull the bolt carrier. So we're not going to take this down any further. I'm going to kind of just wipe it down a little bit. And what I'm looking for is that for this to not be super carbon encrusted, and same with the interior of the carrier. Now, if they are, you want to go ahead and clean them out. Maybe run a little swab through them there, or just a napkin or something, whatever you guys have. And to make sure, because if you have too much carbon and crap in there, or if you have too much lubricant, you can change the way that these two interact together and kind of get a false positive or false negative in terms of, does this work? So what I'm going to do is push the bolt carrier group back in until I feel the pressure on the gas rings where it doesn't want to slide in. And you can see for this one, it kind of wants to go right in. So I'm going to basically push it past that point where it doesn't want to go, so like right there, and then I set down the bolt carrier group freestanding on the bolt. Now, if the bolt carrier group goes like this, that means that there's not enough pressure and friction between the gas rings to the inside of the bolt carrier group. So what that means is gas is getting by those gas rings and exiting out the back of the carrier, and so theoretically, with enough wear and enough time, your rifle will start to choke because the gas that it needs to cycle is just escaping out of the back instead of being trapped in the carrier until it's ready to go ahead and unlock that rifle. So again, go ahead and pop that through, make sure that it can kind of slide right in there, and you hear that click past that, that first stage, and then set it down. So this one is probably one of the easier ones I've had slide down. So this is something where I'm going to look at and say, okay, in the near future here, I'm planning on getting some gas rings installed on this one. Right now, I'm not worried about it because it's not actively sliding down. So you're using the mass of the carrier to test if those rings are still solid and holding their seal. So since we know that this is good to go, then I just go ahead and reassemble that as normal. And then we're good to go. So it's just a real quick field test, guys. They do make other ways to test. I mean, it's the gun business. If you if you want to sell something, people will buy it. It doesn't matter whether or not it's actually needed or whatever. So there you go. But yeah, so if you're out there shooting and your gun starts to choke and you're not really sure why, go ahead and take the bolt carrier group down and then perform that simple little test. Again, if you have a bolt that's sliding into the carrier, that will pretty much tell you right there, okay, this is probably the problem. If your bolt is not doing that and your carrier is not sliding, then that's probably not the problem and you need to look somewhere else for that. So guys, I always recommend people go to the range or class, especially class, with a spare, set of rings, whatever else. A spare set of everything is awesome. A spare set of rifle is better. At the very least, bring a new bolt. The new bolt, with just the new carrier or the new gas rings and everything else, that'll take care of 90% of the problems if you have something like this going on, without having to sit there and peel all the gas rings off. You just plop the bolt in and you're ready to go. So yeah, that's it, guys. I don't have anything else for you here. I am not Grand Thumb, so we're good to go on this one. Guys, thanks for tuning into the channel again. It's always good to have everybody back here. Remember, as I struggle for my remote, we're going to get another camera set up, and I'm not going to have to use wires all the time. So that's going to be great. I need a Patreon, by the way. So anyways, guys, check us out, Kinetic Concepts Tactical, on Instagram, on Facebook. Definitely go ahead and check out our syndicate, where we have discount codes for things like V7 weapon systems and Mission First Tactical, that they give us for being awesome people and you for being awesome viewers. Guys, thanks again. Thanks for checking us out. We'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe.